What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel, the #1 spot for every NFL breaking update, and today, oh man, we've got a bombshell straight from Dallas that is absolutely blowing up the entire football world. This is not just another rumor, not another small transaction buried in the back of an ESPN ticker. This is the kind of headline that makes every fan, every analyst, every single Cowboys supporter stop what they're doing and go, wait, what did Jerry Jones just do? Because according to multiple sources close to the organization, the Dallas Cowboys have made a drastic move, a move so bold and unexpected that it's sending shockwaves across the NFL. We're talking about a potential release, a cut, of one of their biggest stars, a move that could redefine the future of the franchise, impact the entire NFC playoff picture, and spark massive debates about whether Jerry Jones has finally gone too far or if he's once again proving that he'll do whatever it takes to win. So grab your popcorn, because this one is going to be wild. Now, let's unpack everything we know and everything that could be happening behind the scenes in Dallas. First off, you need to understand something about Jerry Jones. Love him or hate him, the man doesn't make small moves. He's not the kind of owner who quietly slides paperwork across the table and calls it a day. No, he's the showman of the NFL. Every decision he makes comes with drama, spectacle, and headlines, and this one is no different. Reports are swirling that one of the Cowboys' key players, someone the team has heavily invested in, is suddenly on the chopping block. And this isn't some late-round backup, this is a star, a guy whose name you see on jerseys, whose highlights light up Sunday Night Football, and whose face has been front and center of the Cowboys' promotional campaigns. The big question that everyone's asking right now is, who and why? Because let's be honest, the Cowboys were supposed to be gearing up for a strong playoff push this year. On paper, they've got talent everywhere: Dak Prescott at quarterback, CeeDee Lamb leading the receiving core, Micah Parsons wrecking offensive lines, Trevon Diggs locking down the secondary, and yet, something's clearly going on behind closed doors. When you start hearing whispers about roster cuts involving star players in October, that's not just smoke, that's a signal that something major is boiling underneath the surface. Now, every time we've seen Jerry Jones make a drastic move like this, it's usually a combination of factors: money, ego, performance, and power. The Cowboys' front office has been juggling some massive contracts lately, and there's only so much cap room to go around. Prescott's deal has been restructured multiple times to free up space, CeeDee Lamb's extension is expensive, and Micah Parsons is about to command one of the biggest defensive contracts in league history. You know how the Cowboys season has gone: flashes of brilliance followed by frustrating inconsistency. Maybe Jones is tired of seeing his team come close but never finish. Maybe he's trying to shake up the culture and tell the players, if you're not all in, you're out. Because this wouldn't be the first time he's done it. Remember, Jerry's history is filled with shocking moments: firing coaches mid-season, trading away stars, even letting beloved players walk because they didn't fit his vision. He's emotional, impulsive, but always strategic in his own way. And this move, whatever the full story turns out to be, has that classic Jerry Jones DNA written all over it. Now, let's think about the possible names. If this is about a defensive shake-up, all eyes turn to Micah Parsons and Trevon Diggs. Parsons has been the cornerstone of that defense, but his contract situation has been a growing story. Negotiations reportedly haven't gone smoothly, and we all know how prideful Jerry Jones can be. If a player demands more than Jerry thinks he's worth, things get heated real fast. Parsons is a superstar, no doubt, but he also knows his value, and when those two egos collide, boom, fireworks. On the other hand, Diggs is in a tricky position too. He's coming off a serious injury, and there were already rumors that his deal had been adjusted behind the scenes. If the Cowboys feel he's not fully back or not meeting certain team requirements, that could open the door for a shocking release. And think about the message that would send: cutting a Pro Bowl caliber player like Diggs would tell the entire locker room that no one is untouchable. But what about CeeDee Lamb? Could the star wideout be part of the speculation? It's unlikely, but not impossible. Jerry's known for doing what people least expect. Still, Lamb has been one of the few consistent offensive weapons, so a cut there would feel like detonating a bomb inside the offense. It would make no football sense, but if this were about discipline, locker room tension, or contract disputes, you can't rule anything out. Then there's the Dak Prescott situation. Let's be real, Doc has always been a polarizing figure in Dallas. Some fans love him, others think he's the reason they can't get over the playoff hump. Cutting him outright would be financially insane, but in a hypothetical, if Jerry were to ever go nuclear, that would be the move that completely shakes the league. Imagine the chaos if Doc got released mid-season. Every team from Atlanta to Pittsburgh would be making calls. Still, let's keep it grounded, that's not the most realistic move. More likely, this cut we're hearing about involves a big defensive name, maybe even a surprise veteran who's been in the shadows. But again, this isn't just about a roster move, it's about a philosophy. The Cowboys have been criticized for years as a team that looks great on paper but falls short when it matters most. You can almost feel Jerry's frustration building. Every year he says, "This is our year," and every year the same heartbreak. Maybe this is him trying to rip off the bandage, saying, "Forget loyalty, forget sentimentality, it's time for accountability." And you know what, as shocking as it sounds, that's sometimes what great franchises need. Look at teams like the Patriots under Belichick in their prime. They cut big names all the time when they thought the players' value dipped, even by 1%. Maybe Jerry's taking a page out of that book, saying the Cowboys can't be a popularity contest anymore. But of course, with every big decision comes big consequences. Cutting a star doesn't just change your depth chart, it changes your locker room dynamics, your chemistry, your public image. Other players look around and start wondering, if he can go, what about me? It breeds uncertainty. It can motivate some guys to step up, but it can also cause others to shut down. That's the gamble Jerry's taking here. He's betting that this kind of move will light a fire under the team, that it'll force them to play with urgency. But if it backfires, it could implode everything he's built. Now, think about the fan reaction. Cowboys Nation is one of the most passionate and divided fan bases in all of sports. They'll either see this as a necessary wake-up call or as Jerry losing his mind. Twitter, Reddit, talk radio, it's all going to explode. Fans will start arguing about whether the team is rebuilding or self-destructing. Analysts will call it gutsy, stupid, or both. Every sports show tomorrow will lead with what's wrong in Dallas. The Cowboys are already the most talked about team in America. This move just pours gasoline on that fire. And you better believe Jerry Jones knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to attention. The man lives for it. Even bad publicity keeps the Cowboys in the spotlight, and he's a master at keeping his team relevant. But deep down, I think this move is personal. I think Jerry's tired of being a punchline. He's tired of the hasn't been to an NFC championship since the 90s talk. He's tired of watching other owners celebrate rings while his team collapses in January. He's 80-something years old now, and there's a growing sense that he's running out of time to see another Super Bowl. Maybe that urgency is pushing him to make bold, even reckless decisions. Maybe he's saying, if I go down, I'm going down swinging. Now, if this cut really does happen, what comes next? The Cowboys will have to fill the void fast. Young players will need to step up, trades might be explored, maybe even a free agent signing to patch the hole. But make no mistake, this move would shift the entire NFL landscape. So, as this story develops, keep your eyes glued to the transaction wire, keep refreshing your feed, and stay tuned because the Cowboys circus is officially back in town. If you're a Cowboys fan, I want to know your thoughts right now in the comments. Do you think this is the right move? Do you think Jerry Jones is doing what's necessary, or has he finally lost it? And if you're from another fan base, let me know how you'd feel if your owner made a move like this. Is this gutsy or crazy? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you love staying ahead of the curve with breaking NFL stories. Subscribe for more because this is far from over. This is just the beginning of what could be one of the wildest Cowboys storylines we've seen in years. I'll keep you updated as soon as more information comes out, but for now, all we can say is Jerry Jones has done it again. The Cowboys world is spinning, the fans are arguing, and the rest of the NFL is watching. wondering if this bold gamble is going to sink or save America's team. Stay tuned, stay fired up, and as always, thanks for watching.